Hey everybody, I'm Taryn Winnie, your MC this evening. Thank you for joining us for Urban Shadows, Juneau, Darkness Beckons, here on Variant Roles. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just introduce ourselves, and we'll get moving from there. But yeah, who you are, where we can find you, who you're playing, and then I think we'll just jump right into debt stuff, or who you trust the least, our opening moves. So yeah, who wants to start us off?
I'll go.
All right.
I am Max at AllMaxD20 on Twitter. I am playing Red, the Aware. Both of us use he, him pronouns. And I'm ready to play. I'll kick you down to Matt.
Opening move stuff.
My opening moves, we're doing that during introductions?
Yep.
Okay. So I chose to trust Brody the least, as he was on the side of the Revengee, and was given Wild. No, I was given Knight as the faction. I rolled a 5, and my Knight is -1, so a total of 4. Wait. That is a 10, a 9 with them.
Okay. So that is opening moves. Let me check my sheet. Do I have that here? Yes. We're doing great, y'all. 7 to 9, you're neck deep in it. You owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes you a debt. On a miss, you're caught flat-footed. That's not important right now. So basically, swap some debts.
Okay, how many other Knights do we know here? Hey,
Knight.
Peter.
Peter, Chadwick, Lawrence Fisher, Conrad, Tanver.
I could use some Peter debts. Very nice to be able to summon some Peter on demand.
They have apps for that. Yeah, that's fine. We swap debt. You want to swap debts?
Yeah.
Swap them.
All right. Easy enough.
Do you want to know my rumor?
Yeah, that's
okay. Ever since the cabin incident, there have been 2 more murders that involved people's throats getting ripped out, similar in fashion to how Gregory was killed.
All right. Good to know.
Back in the game, oh yeah.
So who's up next?
I'll go. I trusted Kay the least, and that's because I don't trust Brody at all, nor will I ever. So there's no point. But I'm still unsure of where Kay is in all this. They chose power for me because I was the only one left. I rolled a mixed success, 7 to 9. The rumor I chose is, so I have to do debt swap with someone in power, and the rumor I chose is that there is a wizard out there considering changing factions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're neck deep in that. All
I
right.
am.
So who are you swapping debts with?
I don't know. Who's someone? I guess I could do the wizard or someone else in power.
We have one Hallowed, Todd, who has a debt with Kay. Just throwing that out there. We have our FBI wizard friend.
I like.
And then we have Beverly, who is also a wizard, who Brody has some debts linked in with.
I like the idea of it being another wizard because I think Peter's very curious about this wizard switching sides, and he wants to make sure it lands in his favor, and he wants to jock or manipulate someone else in the faction against this wizard.
Okay.
So I will choose the FBI wizard. What's his name?
Brian Crawford.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Oh.
And I'm gonna mark some debts down here too.
I have a odd tangential question. What's Todd's last name?
I don't know. Do you want to give him
I
one?
I didn't know if we had one. Yes, I'll come up with one.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know. Got it. Cool.
I gave the wizard that is thinking about switching sides, I gave them a name.
Okay. What are their names?
Well, their street name is Gallant. Is Gallant.
Gallant.
Yes.
Street wizard.
That's one of their names.
Yes.
Wizards never give their full names.
Drug Sauron.
No.
Drug Sauron, sorry. Since we're sticking to the Lord of the Rings theme. All right. Brody or Kay?
Go. Hello, I'm Maria. You can find me at Happy Capster all over the place these days. I will be playing Kay Belton, who uses they them pronouns. I use she they pronouns. The only Belton in Juneau right now, as far as I know. For my debts and all that goodness, I chose red to trust the least because I haven't been keeping up with red and I'm scared. They chose mortality to mark for me. I rolled a big fat 12 on that.
All right.
goodness, because I forgot to add my mortality, so it's a 12.
Yeah. All right.
And the rumor is news of a band of hunters has gone around to the other factions who are not too pleased about it.
All right. Just airing my laundry for the whole Juneau to see, huh?
Just helping.
Okay.
Just helping. Just helping. It's fine. It's fine.
It's just a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
You know?
Just a rumor, right?
It's just a rumor that I'm super prepared for. It's fine.
Yeah, you're super prepared for, as they say. So on a 10 plus, you're prepared for the conflict you laid out. You've got a debt on someone in that faction, or a useful piece useful piece of information or equipment. Your choice. So you can either snag a debt with someone in the mortality faction, or some information and or equipment. I can think of one piece of information that would be pertinent.
I was actually thinking information, and I would love for you, my dear friend, to give it to me.
Well, there's one person in this band of hunters who is also in the mortality faction that you could learn is in town with this roll.
I'll take it.
For those just tuning in at home, that would be Kay's sister, who they think is out of town but has currently returned to begin hunting. So
yeah.
So I think that'd be a good place to run with that. I think ties in everything. So all right, and then Brody.
I am Ty. I am playing Brody. I was going to say vulnerable. I'm playing Brody Jensen, the Oracle. We both use he/him pronouns. He just woke up from his 2-week coma, and he got a nice Band-Aid for it. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. I marked power because that was the only thing I was missing for my faction. I rolled a 9, and the rumor I heard was that Officer Emma's wife, who is an Oracle, has an idea what's going on with her and the events of last week and is ready to take action.
The whole Conrad scenario that you witnessed, right?
Correct.
All right, so you're neck deep in it. You said you need a power debt.
I'm gonna say I'd like it to and from Officer Emma's wife. Does she have a name?
Oh, let's give her one. How
about Genevieve?
I like Jen. Jen is good. Genevieve for long, and then we'll say Diaz. Same last name as Emma. They're married. That's how that works, right? Sometimes.
And then I also have to roll my foretellings. That's my opening move.
Right, yes. If anybody has any opening moves.
10. I hold 2.
All right, and that's just a general hold thing.
The hold, I can use at any time to say something terrible is about to happen. Me and anyone I consider an ally takes +1 ongoing to avoid the impending disaster. Oh, and I trust Peter the least because he's garbage.
Surprising.
You
no
guys
one.
don't have a good relationship. We'll put it that way.
Yep.
Hey, remember when people shipped you two at the beginning of this?
Yep. Remember we had a nice
About,
car
like,
ride
a
once?
That was the
Session.
most cursed ship on the planet.
Instantly holes punched in the sails.
And by the way, Peter advanced for his 5th advancement.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
so you
advanced
get
as well.
you get big boy advancements
No.
next time.
Yeah, next
so
time,
what
yeah.
Yeah, next time.
So what did you pick?
I increased my blood by 1. I plan on kicking some ass.
And
I also leveled up last time.
yeah, Ty, you said you leveled up. Pick some stuff. Not really
Yeah.
ready to reveal.
Oh my.
I can reveal it.
Because this was your big boy advancement, wasn't
My
it?
big boy advancement. The big
Oh,
boy
no.
advancement that Brody is taking, which we'll figure out how it comes up in the story, is he's going to get a sanctum because he knows his place is fucked. Everyone knows where he lives, and he doesn't trust anyone. He's
That
finding a
is
new
true.
place.
Interesting.
Awesome. And then Kay advanced.
Yes, I did. I'll share. It's fine. I took a move from the Revenant playbook. That essentially makes it really easy for me to do lots of things when fighting, which is a thing that is gonna happen.
Y'all, this is good. This is the action-packed sequel.
It sure
I increased my blood. You took Revenant bullshit.
Ty's getting basically a safe house.
Yeah, we're all prepared for violence.
yeah. We're prepared for the worst. Todd's last name is Sherman, by the way.
Okay, Todd Sherman.
I'm pretty sure it's Howard.
I'm pretty sure that it is Howard, but he goes by Sherman.
Todd Howard Sherman.
Todd Howard Sherman.
It's a dash. It's a hyphen there.
It's his married name.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I think we're about getting ready. Does anybody want to recap last week?
I can
Okay,
try. I can try.
it's fine. There was a lot that went on.
There's a lot. So this will be the highlight reel of what I can remember. Please chime in if I forget anything at the end. But last week when we launched this ship, it was the 2-week period between the incidents and where we are now. And in that 2 weeks, all of us had different things that we were doing. Brody, for the most part, was in a state of comatose and had strange visions about Juneau and also some almost lucid-like dreaming that was very telling about certain individuals in the city. Peter learned a bit more about our good friend Revengee and about their habits and secrets. Also visited a couple other people, such as that vampire who starts with a T and I can't remember it, but one of the vamps who Tanver, that's what it was. That's why I couldn't remember it. Who was meeting with Conrad about some ghoul productions. Also, Gregory is now a ghost and was hanging out with Peter a little bit. Red is getting used, or rather recovering from a supposed injury that he thought that he had. Made some connections with a member of the FBI as well as some other humans who are starting their own little hunting party, so to speak. One of which is Kay's younger sister, Lauren, whom, as established, should not be here. And then Kay was visiting Brody and started to do work for their own patron for the first time ever. Was trailing Conrad, found a couple of locations that he was located at, and was given a job to hunt down a Felix Dumas by their patron, who is somehow connected with the Fae. Juneau. When darkness and stuff.
When darkness and stuff, there needs to be our new catchphrase. Season 3.
That's the overall like season box set. Darkness and stuff. Yeah. We had some pretty somatic sign-offs last week, so who wants to kick us off this week?
Well, kind of cut off with me with me talking to Lauren, so we could pick up there again if you want.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So you want to be a hunter, just like that. It's not a easy decision. I mean, I'm not a hunter myself. I just look for people, but you see a lot of stuff out here doing this.
Lauren kind of goes to speak for a second and then grabs the empty chair and sits down, and Steve, kind of realizing this is a moment for him, I'll just let me know if you need anything. And Steve waddles off to behind the bar. Lauren sits down and has now like pulled out what is a rather large pistol and sort of set it down on the table in front of her and kind of looks at you and says, I know. I've already seen enough.
Oh, I'm going to pull out a chair and I'm going to sit down across from her. Just say, I want to tell you a story first, and I'm not going to judge, and I'm going to leave this all open-ended. If you want to do it, that's you. That's fine. But I just want to tell you a story first. So there was a hunter about 8 years ago. And he was tracking down this wolf that was killing people, or so the reason he was chasing him was that people were turning up dead. And he managed to track this wolf down an alley. And he found this wolf with his jaws wrapped around the ankle of this poor sap who's just screaming and trying to pull himself out of the alley and getting dragged in there. And so I don't know why he used it, but he had an axe with him. And he chose, instead of going after the wolf, to hack off the man's leg halfway up the calf. And then wolf takes this opportunity, goes running. And the hunter doesn't even check on the man whose ankle was being bitten. He takes off after the wolf. A few days later, newspaper article comes out. There's been a body found floating in the river. And this was the body of a father of 4 whose wife had thought he was running off having an affair, but turns out he was one of those ones that just can't help but give in to the wolf urges. But now this, instead of being taken in to possibly get help from some wolves who could teach him to control this, the hunter murdered a father. But he also saved a man from suffering what could have been a similar fate. Now, I just want to know what your thoughts are. What would you have done in a situation like that?
I wouldn't let myself get bit by the wolf in the first place.
Well, the hunter wasn't the one being bit. This was just a sap who didn't know what he was getting into walking down an alley.
Yeah, but this is your side of the story, isn't it?
I don't grow fur on a full moon. My life was saved.
A leg too.
Yeah. Missing only one leg. It's weird, right?
Let's just say I've been in that situation too. You know where I was found. You know what my fate could have been with who my family is, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kay was doing everything in their power to keep that from happening.
that wasn't enough, and I wasn't aware, but now I am. She kind of gets up, grabs the pistol, and does that kind of like cock thing that's entirely unnecessary, but you see in movies, and shoves it in the back of her pants. It's never going to be that helpless again. And she walks into the back.
And then he just mumbles to himself, I just lost a leg. She's going to lose her whole ass. Is Steve still in the room?
Yeah, he's behind the bar, just kind of like slightly chuckling to himself a little bit.
You're going to need to teach her how to holster that thing right.
I know. She's got spunk, though.
Does Kay know she's still in town, or is this all our little secret?
You think I'm going to tell him?
You know, yeah, I don't want to be the one either. So are all the new recruits that age, or do we got a mixed bag coming in?
Most of them have a few years. She's a special case.
Okay. Well, she's definitely got the drive. Yeah, we just got to teach her the smarts.
That's kind of what I was hoping you were here for, but it seems like you're going to have to do a little bit more to win her over.
I've got to give her a chance to get out if she can. I mean, yeah, you got people coming in with 2-3 years experience. That's great, but she's like 17.
She's 18, but I know what you mean. No, I mean, I don't think she ever had a chance to get out, though.
Well, her daddy gone, her brother gone. Mom's on the other side. Only family she has in town is Kay, and Kay doesn't know she's here. So we'll start slow, but I think we can make something of her.
Maybe keep it on the down low. She asked not to let them know, so
I saw what Kay turned into, and it scares the living hell out of me. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. It's
all right. Yeah, right there, Matthew.
My neighbor, I believe, is watching some kind of sports ball occasion or something. And he needs to shut his straight mouth up.
How dare!
I
have
would
things to do.
Correct. I would like to. Well, if anyone else is biting to go, they can go. Sorry. Otherwise, I want to do something.
Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to find Kay.
If this was that morning, I would be on my way to see Brody as I did every morning after breakfast. So I'd probably be in my car.
I will be physical and... sorry, not physical. Visual and audio, not physical.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm just visible in your back seat. Or in the
It doesn't have a back
shotgun.
seat.
Exactly. I just remembered in the shotgun.
Just floating in the back of my car.
Oh, hello there, Kay.
It's been a bit.
I didn't want to crowd you after the events of the cabin. How have you been holding up?
Been not great, but busy, so that helps.
Oh. What have you been doing?
keeping an eye on some stuff. I found Conrad. He's been busy.
Conrad. I think I saw a glimpse of him.
Mind sharing?
He was talking to another vampire who's involved in turning ghosts into ghouls. Looks like he's behind the demand. Which isn't good for him.
I don't think that's good for anyone, to be perfectly frank.
Correct. Ghosts are ghosts, and they shouldn't be bound to the will of a vampire.
Peter, what have you been up to?
I've been making friends.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, I have. You wouldn't believe the people who have come to visit me. And the things they've done for me. Where are you headed? Fucking Christ.
Sorry, let me turn down the radio.
Yeah,
turn off the radio.
We can break for a second to acknowledge what the fuck that was.
My neighbor.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
We can. Okay.
Oof.
So,
God, I don't remember. Oh, where we're going. That's where it was.
where
Okay.
are you going?
I was planning on. Hold, please. I need to think. Yeah. I was planning on stopping by the hospital.
Oh. You still care for him? Even after what he did?
Yes, because unlike you, Peter, I think that some people are capable of being saved. And I have to try until that's proven otherwise.
Do you mean to say that I'm not capable of being saved, or that I don't believe that people can be saved? Or both?
Jury's still out on the first one, although I'm pretty sure the second one is true.
Okay. Well,
But I'm always happy to be proven wrong.
I'm trying to survive. Same as anyone. I've made enemies. But some of my enemies I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see that I've wronged them. I think they've wronged me. What I've learned in these short few months, weeks, whatever, is that the way this little game of ours is played in this town is killed or be killed. I've tried to extend olive branches. I've tried to cooperate. But the players in this town only understand one thing: strength.
I think I agree with you on that one.
I'm glad that
during the scene at the cabin, during that confrontation that you and I were able to work together.
Yeah.
If you need help hunting down the people who did those things, you know who to call.
Peter, I do have someone that I'm trying to find.
Who?
You familiar with the Dumas?
I have a passing familiarity with them.
I'm looking for Felix, and I think he might be connected with... Out of character, I forgot her name again.
Mildred.
Mildred, thank you. I think he might be connected with Mildred, whom I feel you have a bit of a stronger connection to than I do.
I have not seen her since the events of that night, but I think I can still hold an audience with her. I can see... I can see what she knows. I can contact her.
If you could do that, I'd definitely owe you one. Just don't let it go to your head.
Alright. Works for me.
This seems like a debt interaction.
It sure is.
Oh. One down, K. Helping them. Talk to Mildred for them. I'm gonna put talk to Mildred for them.
Sure.
For them to, in order to find out about Felix. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'll just keep driving, and assuming that Peter's still in the car, when I get to the hospital, I'll park it, but I won't leave the car. Peter, I know you and Brody kind of see things very differently. But I think you two are more alike than you realize or admit. I think you both have a lot of potential to do, well, a lot of things. So
maybe we're exactly the same, which is why we can't stand each other.
it's possible.
I'll see you around. I'll come back whenever I found information on Mildred. Or Felix. After I've talked to Mildred. Farewell, Kay.
See you around, Peter. Or not. Whatever happens first.
And I will nope out of there.
I will sit and I will breathe for about 2 minutes. And then I'll go inside to check on.
That an intimacy move?
Kind of sounds like one to me. I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
What happens?
Wah, 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 wah.
So when you share a moment of intimacy, physical, emotional with another person, you hold one. I'll hold one on Kay, and whenever they get into the trouble, I can choose to appear there.
It's me. I
you
get one of your
Peter's
debts.
So I have one on you, which I guess you can't take.
I can't take any that are on me.
I have 2 on Red, 1 on Chloe, one on Tanfer, 1 on Benji, and 1 on Brian Crawford.
Well, you get to pick one, so you get to give me whichever.
Oh,
one.
thank God.
Yeah.
Because I have debts on dead people. A lot of debts on dead people. You know what's funny? The debt I have on Tanfer is for spying on the Beltons.
on my house.
I will give it the one I have. I don't want to give it up. I'm giving it up. I'm going to give up the one I have on Tanfer.
Mm.
Damn.
So you're at the hospital?
Yeah.
Brody, have you left the hospital?
No, Brody. Well, this is the morning I woke up, or did I wake up yesterday? No, I think this. If she or if they are coming in the morning, I think Brody is up. He's hitting like the button for the nurse when you walk in. I think I'm like really done with this coma. If like I could just get my phone back and some pants.
I'm really glad that you're done with this coma. I'm kind of done seeing you in this coma.
He was like talking to himself / the nurse, but as
I
soon as he sees you come in,
I saw like
Hey!
myself coming in instead of the nurse because you've just been pushing this button.
Yeah. Okay, how's it going? He kind of tries to sit up with some effort.
Just no. Kay will just come closer and just kind of pull up the same chair that probably hasn't moved too much, and say, "It's been great. It's been real cool. How's your nap been?"
Long and not quite as restful as people say. Do people say that? I don't know.
I don't really talk to a whole lot of people who've been in comas.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
I'm feeling, I don't know, better than the last time I was awake, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that at some point, but not when you have just woken up from 2 weeks of extensive hibernation.
Yeah. Is the nurse coming? Because like, I'd like to get out. This place is not my favorite.
I can check, and I'll get up and check to see if there's like anyone around.
You catch like one of the night shift nurses like right at the end of their shift as they're passing by, and can I help you?
Yeah, I don't know. My friend here just woke up from coma.
We have to
people.
hold him for a little bit longer, but we're working on discharge papers if everything else checks out. So
Gotcha. Do you know how long that might be?
If everything looks good after they go over, all of their vitals and everything, shouldn't be more than an hour or two.
That is the best news. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll have someone hurry right along.
Okay. And I'll let them leave. I understand the feeling. Yeah, I'll duck back inside and say, I think you just have to hang out for just a little bit longer, but I'll stay here with you.
Thanks, appreciate it. What have you been up to?
Oh, just keeping an eye on things and cleaning my house and the usual. Well, I saw Peter today.
Brody will look a mix of mad and frightened. Oh, how's Pete doing?
I don't know. Mysterious as always. This may not come as a surprise to you. I don't think he likes you very much.
It's mutual. It's pretty mutual. So I think everything you guys got whatever you wanted out of the cabin, I assume?
I kind of left a little too quickly to get anything out of the cabin before like police showed up, and Red had his leg situation, and Brody, we never got to talk, and since you're here for a little while, Benji tried to kill us in a not so subtle way.
He tried to kill you?
Well, us in general, like Red, and I was there. And I am a bit conflicted about why you're so, I don't know, okay with that whole situation.
I didn't think Benji was gonna try to kill you or Red. I think he was trying to kill Peter and Daphne, which, kind of has a little bit of a reason to. So I was helping him out. He seems super bummed, and I think maybe he deserves a little justice. I didn't really think you and Red would get caught up in it all. I mean, he was helping your brother.
Yeah, he sure was helping my brother, and that turned out really well for my brother.
I don't know if I was there when was I there for the brothers ending?
No, I don't think you were.
That's good to hear. How's your brother doing?
He's dead. I killed him.
Rough.
Yeah.
I would say I'm sorry, but I don't know. I guess if you killed him, how are you feeling about that?
Not great. Really not. I'm not great about it, Brody. I'm at a loss as to what he or my father or anybody was up to. I've been trying to figure out via Conrad, but that's not really turning up anything. You've been taking your sweet ass time waking up. I don't want to talk to Red. And Peter has been absent as of, until today. So I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Keeping myself busy,
Yeah, not to, really pry into sad issues. Why did you kill him? I'm not entirely sure why did you do that?
I think he was too far gone in whatever state of mind he was in. And he was also trying to kill me. So it was mutual, I guess.
Okay. You think he was too far gone and you were fighting and ended in death?
It sure did.
Cool. Great. Sounds like a great time.
It
Is
wasn't.
Lauren okay?
I thought she was. I definitely thought she was until today. I thought she was doing great. And then I heard that she is not out of town like I was trying to get her out with my mother, and she's in town hanging out with a bunch of other people, and
Do you know where she is? We can go say hi, or if you need to run, I can catch up with you later.
No, I've got other things to worry about right now.
All right, well, what else do you have to worry about?
Kind of worried about you, Brody, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I'm not in a coma, so that's always, I'm on the upswing.
That's not what I'm concerned about, Brody. What are you doing? What are you planning to do?
Well, I'm going to go try to find Benji. I'm going to see how he is. When I was in coma-ish territory, I had a vision. I saw the city, and I saw like these lights and ley lines connected. And I was in the middle of it. I don't know exactly what it meant, but I think I can do something to help the city. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to try to figure it out.
Brody, what if it tears you apart?
I will glance down at Kay's hands where the claws once were and just say, well, people getting torn apart left and right, so it's the way this place is.
I think I'm gonna go.
I think they probably have my cell phone, but if you need anything, give me a text.
Yeah. And I'll get up and I'll leave the room.
Kay, as you're leaving your way down the hospital hallway from one of the offshoots, you hear a, hey.
I will look.
It's Benji.
Okay, is there anyone else here?
It's kind of by the nurse's station. So where they have the small the desks that sort of move around and everything, and
But are there any people here?
Yes, there are a few people, yes.
Okay.
Almost like he intended that on purpose.
Almost like he planned it this way. I will stop. And I will just look at him.
Thanks for visiting him.
It wasn't for you.
Oh, I know, but C wants to see you. And he's gonna start walking down the hallway.
Jesus. I will follow.
Oh, not here. As he's kind of.
Oh. Okay.
He's he's walking towards Benji's room. It's just like, what are you doing? Why are you following me?
I misunderstood. I thought he was walking out of the. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. As he's walking, I'll just call out to him. How do I get in contact with him?
That's funny that you think you'll get in contact with him. And he walks into Benji's room. He's got a little go bag with him, and he tosses on Benji's bag, Brody's bed. Sorry, not Benji walks into Benji walks into Brody's room. It's all B names.
Ending in a Y syllable.
Yeah.
What's going on? How you feeling, man?
So our friend outside.
Yeah, I'm glad they came to visit.
Somebody had to keep an eye on you, right?
Yeah. How you feeling? Last time I saw you, it didn't look great.
I'm fine. Nothing really keeps me down these days.
Is his arm on? Does he have an arm?
Yeah, he's got
cool.
everything.
Cool.
Everything looks to be normal. All right, Matthew. Yeah. So you open up the go bag. It's like your phone, all of your like personal items, a change of clothes.
Sweet. I was missing some pants, and I'll throw them on.
Yeah. Don't worry about discharge papers. I handled that.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Where we going?
Let's just say I set you up a safe house.
Cool. Wait, and I'll put my hands on his shoulders. How's the El Camino?
They couldn't save her.
No!
Sorry.
No!
I didn't want to tell you like this.
Damn. Once we hit the safe house, I'm gonna need to hit.
Yeah.
To hit it. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to get some drugs in you first, and he like pulls out a small baggie.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll. Is it an edible?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Pop it up and walk out.
I'm still in the hallway, by the way.
Yeah.
I just moved to the side.
You're like right outside the door.
Yeah. Yep.
Benji kind of like makes eye contact with you, just like.
I'll offer an edible as I pass.
No.
Little brunch? Okay.
No.
And I'll follow Benji outside.
Yep.
I will call after Benji. And
Yep.
don't get him killed.
I mean, we saw how that turned out for me. And he's like walking.
I wasn't
backwards.
talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm just trying to make light of the anyway.
I'll give him a bit to get out of sight, and then I'm gonna try to follow them without them knowing that I'm following them.
All right.
That's my goal.
Let's see if there's a move for this.
Is there a move for sneaky cars?
I was just about to say, I'm gonna say keep your cool.
Oh wait. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I have 2 debts on Brody.
You can just show up.
You can just show up whenever. That's fine. I don't need to follow them. I'll just let them leave. They've seen me. It's fine.
All right. Anybody else got anything they're doing today?
My next scene is with Red. I can't hear you, Max.
So do you want to do this while I'm doing my usual lookout at Daryl's place?
That sounds good.
Okay. So I've pulled up there for the evening. Still keeping an eye out for vampiric incursions or whatever might be potentially coming as retaliation.
Dude.
Especially after that cabin stunt and no vampire body was found in the cabin.
Right. You have a pickup truck?
I've just got a little. I think we joked it's a Prius.
Oh, okay. So you do have a back seat.
It's a rental Prius, yeah.
Okay, I can remember. I will appear in the back seat. Visual and sound, but no visual. Sorry, sound, sight, no touch.
I'm listening to ABBA.
Oh, I really do enjoy Dancing Queen.
Ooh, what have I told you about doing that?
Sorry.
Yeah, Peter's evil. He's not, but he's still gay.
I'll turn down the volume, but just enough that I can still hear the music.
Good volume.
I've been wondering where you've been.
I've been very busy trying to figure out what the conflict up there meant for me. And for Daryl.
Yeah, I'm just basically killing my time here, keeping an eye on the place as promised, and waiting for Agent Crawford to give me a call back so we can talk about what the next part of their plan is. It's kind of telling they haven't done anything to retaliate against what I did.
I'm not sure. They have a lot of power. I'm not so sure even the loss of Drug Saruman registers on what they're planning. I think it's a wrench, don't get me wrong. But I think they are very focused on whatever the hell it is they're doing with that bridge in the city. All of it. In the solstice.
So what made you finally crawl out of your little hole and come visit me?
Well, pieces are moving again. I've acquired some information that interests me, and I'm pursuing that to my ends. I think lines have been drawn in the sand, and I need to eliminate my enemies and consolidate my power in this town.
Yeah, well, I've had 2 weeks to think it over, and I'm in on the saving part on your end. So, I'm on your side, man.
Good.
Not just because I saw you throw a car into a tree.
It's the tip of the iceberg. I've acquired some new gifts recently. I've only begun to demonstrate them, as I don't think you were able to see on the mountain. But claiming someone's life comes easy now. Some of my enemies are easy to eliminate. Others, more difficult. But I came here to talk to you about Daryl. I have reconnected with him. I have told him about the darkness that is enveloping the city and fragments of the wicked game that we're playing here.
So he knows to watch out. Am I still needed to be here, or do you have some other place you need me to be now?
I'd say you've fulfilled the terms of our agreement. I'm not sure where I would need you now.
You heard from Kay.
I just spoke with them.
How are they doing? They've not been responded to any of my texts, and just I don't really know why. There's some blank space after the cabin, and no one's really filling in the holes for me. So I was just hoping they'd get in touch at some point. But you're the first one to reach out.
As far as I can tell, they, much like myself and others, were regrouping. They are powerful, but I am concerned about their motivations. They have a soft heart for the wrong people.
Oh. I know Kay will do the right thing, and Kay killed their brother. So there's got to be some points in that for doing what you got to do.
Indeed. I think that we'll find out. I think we'll find out very soon what it is they hold dear and how much they're willing to fight for it.
Well, I'm not much of a killer myself. Don't really have a body count, but I'm good at snooping around if you need someone looking for information.
I've been observing Benji, and he goes through the motions of life, but he's living like an echo. I need to know how to destroy him. I figured out how I might injure him, grievously wound him, and make him more unstable, but I need to know how to destroy him utterly.
I mean, I'm picturing a cement mixer and well, how do you get rid of something that's just going to come back, right? You don't kill it, you trap it.
That is a thought, but he is supported by powerful allies. The Fae can obliterate a cinder block with their magics. He works for Mildred in some capacity, you will remember. Or did. There's no reason to assume that he isn't serving her in death.
Well, I could probably call in a few debts, see if anyone knows some stuff about magic that might be able to help, but I don't really know much about magic, but if we could find another person who does, or knows there's plenty of wizards around town.
Yes. Just don't let them know who you're snooping around for. Wizards pose a threat to more than just revenants.
Well, I'm going to have to point out, how do you get rid of something that won't die? Now,
Indeed.
that could either be me asking about you or asking about Benji.
For your safety and health, you should stick the conversation to Benji.
So, how do you get rid of someone who has a body that keeps regenerating and can come back? Don't worry, I'm not going after ghosts. You got your thing.
I'm about to make a move. I don't know.
Should I stay out of the way?
Yeah. Violence isn't your forte.
I did shoot an arm off him. I think.
Stick to what you're very good at, Red.
All right. So I'm off the hook for keeping an eye on Daryl. So I'll try to find some information.
Thank you. And in return, I will, of course, try to save your life, should my enemies come for you.
You know, snooping comes with that risk, right? Pissing people off.
If I should fall, take care of Daryl. All the same.
Can do. And I'll turn Abba back up. So, usually I think it's about the evening. So after this, I'm assuming Peter would, I don't know if Peter would telegraph his leaving or not.
Yeah, he
Probably
just
the car would get warmer.
Yeah, they leave. He was visible. He just wasn't touchable. He leaves.
Okay. So he disappears from the mirror. So Red's going to make a pass by Kay's house. Just to see if the car is there.
You said this was evening?
Well, the sun be down, but I mean, during this time of year, it'd be down really early anyway. So it could be
That's fine.
supper time.
Yeah, the sundown could be as like 5:30 at this point. So
Yeah.
It's not even dinner time yet.
Assuming they haven't been called elsewhere, they would be home. So yes, you would see the car in the driveway.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out the flip phone and send another text to Kay saying, "Are you home?"
I will, for the first time in 2 weeks, text back and say yes. you can come on in.
All right, so park the car, head up to the door. I am gonna knock. I've got a bundle in my arms. Does the door get answered, or is it just gonna be like the creepy creak open?
I think it's a moment or two, and then you do hear it open, and Kay's there, and they say, "I said you could just come in."
Well, not polite. Brought back the clothes I borrowed from. Yeah. Been trying to return them. Have a chance to have a talk. I got a lot of blank space. I know you saved me. I'm not sure how. I just feeling like you've been giving me the cold shoulder, and just had a chat with our ghost friend and started getting a little nostalgic for the old gang.
Yeah, we should have a talk. Kay will take the bundle of their father's nice clothing and we'll pull the door open some more and say, "Why don't you come in? Do you drink tea? Do you drink coffee? Do you just Are you still drinking?"
Not since then, but I'll try tea. Been told I should try that.
Okay. I'll close the door once Red comes in. And we'll head to the kitchen and we'll just dump the clothes into the trash bin when I get there. And make some tea, the kind that smells like campfire but then tastes really, really not like campfire, but it smells really great. That's the kind that I make. And I will bring it to you when it's steeping, kind of being silent for most of this whole preparation process. And we'll just kind of slide it in front of you. We're at the kitchen table. Why not?
Pinky up. So how you been? I mean, I'm not asking you to tell me what I want to hear. I want to know how you've been.
Busy, kind of. Been looking in on some people, Conrad mostly. Went to see Brody a couple times. He was in the hospital for something. I don't know what happened to him, but I've been. How have you been, Red?
Well, I've been having some really weird dreams, but also I've been sober for 2 weeks, so I'm wondering if it's just kind of that. Not really like the scorpions all over my body I hear about, but it's been itchy. But like, I I remember my leg getting hurt. I remember getting a text message, and I remember I remember waking up, and I was on the bed at the Narrows, and that's pretty much all I remember. So I don't know what kind of magic you got, but I haven't even had a chance to thank you for getting me out of there.
Kind of under their breath, you'll just barely hear, "Yeah, I don't think you want to thank me yet." Red, I You were in a really bad place after everything. And I made a choice to give you I made the choice to save you instead of possibly losing you. And you agreed to it. What are these dreams that you've been having?
Well, I kind of like I'm back at the explosion, right? And I remember my leg, and I'm watching myself through someone else's eyes. And remember that Spider-Man movie, the third one with the black ooze?
I didn't like that one very much, but yeah, I remember it.
And I remember it was kind of like I'm in that scene, but the black ooze is crawling up my leg and puts my leg back together. And there was a lot of pain, and then I wake up sweating.
Okay. There's no easy way to say this. Red, that was real. It wasn't a dream. I helped you make a deal that saved you.
But yeah, I can't remember that, and I was dying. How can that count as a deal?
Words are very powerful. And
If I don't remember the words,
well,
what's the deal? What deal did I make with you?
You didn't make it with me. I'm sorry.
What? But I slide the tea and I just kind of sit back. What? What put my leg back together?
I don't know their name yet, but it's the same one who gave me the ability to do what I do.
So am I some kind of like, do I owe them something? Do I make a deal with the devil on my deathbed?
I guess you kind of did.
Am I gonna turn black with spiky claws?
Have you tried?
I don't think that's a thing normal people do on a daily basis. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think, jump off a rooftop and fly like with an umbrella, but that's I'm not going to go and walk out and go, I had a dream. I'm going to go try and turn into Venom.
Have you tried?
How do you try?
Kale just kind of hold out their hand, and it's just as like instantly like the black chitinous, super long, sharp fingers attached to their normal body. You get used to it, and we'll just kind of.
Okay. I appreciate you saving my life. But this is a lot to take in right now, and as I do that, my eyes turn black, and smoke starts pouring out of the back of my shirt. And as I pull back, my legs have fused, and the prosthetic tail has actually curved has actually occurred to be a hook on the end of a snake-like tail. And skin has just kind of turned to like a burnt leather with smoke coming out of it. I don't want to be this. If I take it back, do I die? If I tell what's his ass, I don't want this, do I die? Do I lose my leg? What is this?
I don't know.
How do I turn back?
Right at
Spree?
this, you feel very drained. And just sort of from the corner of one of the dark spaces in the room, you hear a very low guttural laughter. Hungry.
Red, you can be in control of this. You can.
I'm going to take a swipe at the thing in the corner with my tail spike. And the tail extends like it's like a 6-foot tail as it's all just kind of merged together. And I'm marking a corruption because I'm going all 3.
I think you do still have to roll for it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'll get that roll. Let's see what I do. That's a 12.
Oh, nice.
That's, yeah. Thanks, Brody's dice. All right. So yeah, that's a 12. So I have
So you get three of the. Do you need the list?
on a 10 plus, choose 2, mark
Yeah.
corruption. So I got the list. It's on my character. The burning leather skin gives me 1 armor. I got a demonic weapon that does 3 harm, 2 harm close or 3 harm by hand. So, but the tail does the 2 harm at a close distance. And demonic movement, I think I'm just going to say I can double my speed with the snake slither. Don't you be laughing at me.
Oh, good.
Can I hear this?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just taking a stab at the corner of your wall.
Feed.
Feed on what? What does he mean feed? What do I feed on?
Consume.
Oh, Taryn.
Oh no.
You're so crazy. Hey, I'm gonna leave because I'm having some feelings right now. And there's a thing in the corner talking to me. But because you're not looking at it, I'm assuming you're not seeing it.
Red, you shouldn't go.
Well, what about him? What do I do? I can't drive like this.
No, you certainly can't. Just think about something else. Think about anything else. Anything other than what you are right now. Anything.
Is there like an end date to this? Because I'm working real hard on getting back with my Peter, and I don't think he's going to want this. I'm supposed to be leaving Juneau once I finish this. Am I stuck here?
You want to stay, don't you?
No, I don't want to stay. I want out of this damn town. Fuck Chadwick.
That's what you tell yourself. You don't think you deserve to leave?
Don't you be putting words in my head.
They're already there. I'm already there.
And I'm gonna lunge at the corner, just try and shoulder check.
Yeah, you just pretty much go through the plaster wall at this point.
I'll follow after Red. I'm going to. I'm going to. Oh God, I'm going to transform.
Okay.
Nervously. Oh, that's not good. Oh no.
What'd you do? Roll a 6?
No.
12?
It was a 4.
Oh.
No.
Okay, it's fine. I owe my patron a debt, which is totally fine. I will mark corruption, so I'll get 2, which also
Okay.
gets me to my first corruption move.
All right.
Took you that long. Congratulations.
Yes. Right? Okay, here's the thing. Kay's going to make up for it. Oh, here we go. Question. And I want to ask this question because there is this corruption move that I did just choose because I got this corruption that I just got. It's called Just Below the Surface, which is mark corruption to assume my demon form without a roll and gain all the options.
Yep. Go right ahead.
All right, cool. Hey, y'all, 2 corruption, 1 move. We're good. We're doing great. Excellent. So I'm going to completely manifest, which gives me everything, which is great. And I'm going to intercept Red and essentially just try to hold them, like grapple them. And tell them, Red, this is not who you are. You can choose this. You can choose to be yourself, and you can use this for something else. This is not who you have to be.
Does this one tell you the same things? Does you want to stay here? You want to be here?
They're
This
an
is who you
asshole.
are?
Just ignore them. It'll be a whisper in your head, but you can ignore it.
Just a whisper. Just a whisper. Just a whisper. Just take another drink. Just spend another night out. Just all the things I need to keep down. Gotta do it for Peter. And I'm gonna start trying to untransform and hope that makes the image go away.
Yeah. Gained enough control over it.
As soon as I see that he's starting to go back, I'm also going to revert back, so it's not absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
But I'll still be holding him when he transforms back.
Why? You didn't tell me it was like this.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not great.
So the clothes you threw away. There seems to be something filling them that has stepped out of the hole in the house. It's kind of like that smoke you saw last time, but the clothes look ironed out. Everything looks exquisitely pristine.
Kay is just white.
Welcome to the family, Red.
I'm out. Can't do this. I'm gone. I just try and rip myself out of Kay's grasp.
Yeah, it's
I'm probably
like,
bigger
it's like
than them.
tissue. It's like tissue paper. Yeah.
Okay, I'm out the door.
The
heading for
figure
the car.
lets you. Well, you're already outside at this point, so.
Yeah, he broke through the house.
Yeah.
There's a hole in my house now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Were we in the backyard or
Yeah.
the front yard?
Yeah.
Backyard.
Just so I walk back through the house, kick the clothes, trying in the direction, and I'm heading for the door. I'm just plugging my ears, la 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 la. But I still hear the voice in my head, don't I?
Not right now.
Good. So I'm booting it out the door. No more words. Just heading to the car and speeding out of there.
Okay. The figure watches Red Leaf for a bit and then turns back to you, Kay.
Kay's kind of
I think that
slowly
went
standing
well.
up and kind of dusting off their clothes.
I think that went well, don't you?
I've seen it go worse, so yeah. Don't make him do anything terrible, please. He's got enough on his plate.
We'll see how he handles it.
All right. Let's just walk inside past the spooky ghost. Not ghost, smoke man thing. Shadow.
Yeah. They kind of follow you back in, and the pieces that broke begin to sort of just like wrap in smoke and begin to like inserting themselves back into the house.
That's a nice gesture.
I wasn't intending it to go so grotesque.
I mean, my first time wasn't any prettier.
It was more controlled. The setting, at least.
Desperate times and measures and all that.
Kind of, they look down at their clothes. I think I wear them well, don't you?
Don't I?
Dad says hi, by the way.
I pick up a teacup and I throw it at him.
It just passes through the smoke. What, you think death is the end of the deal?
No, but it's good to know that now.
Let's just say things are a lot more personal now.
When does this end?
It's not really a when.
How does this end? As pleasant of company as you are.
What lengths do you want to go to? You're quite the associate, Kay. Losing you would be... Well, the Belmonts have been doing work for a long time, and to make up for that would be pricey.
I want to take Red's. I don't want Red to have any part of this.
Oh, not asking for you then?
No.
That's different. Say half a dozen. Either collected or recruited. Your choice. You know what I mean. And since I'm, she said, generous, I'll give you a little bit of an insight into what the Xaviers were doing, junior and senior. For every step forward in your payment.
Fine. That's what it takes.
That's the deal. I kind of extend a smoky hand that sort of materializes as it reaches out to you.
Okay, we'll reach forward slowly and take it.
It's this weird mix of solid and not solid. But it shakes fine and just feel a small prick on your palm.
That's new.
Well, this has been lovely. And the smoke kind of dissipates and the clothes just fall into the seat.
Kay falls into their seat. Shit. Kay is going. Kay is gonna. Oh no, I don't have one on Peter. Damn it. Okay. Oh no, I lied. I have 2 deaths on Peter. What am I talking about? Kay is gonna go to Peter.
Oh, show up at Peter.
Yep.
Okay.
Stitches
Silly
get
me.
stitches.
Doubting
Peter,
that
where
I
are you at the moment?
doubting that I have deaths on people. Who am I?
I am home.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is not great.
Oh, this is not great.
No. Are you upstairs or downstairs? And is Daryl upstairs or downstairs?
Oh no, this is bad. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is supremely ungood. Well, let me put it this way. My next scene was with Daryl, so he's close by.
Let's do that scene, and then Kay can come in at the end of that scene.
God, it's super not great, y'all.
No, it's not great, but I love it because we're the CW and we love drama.
Where's our fucking contract? That's what I want to know.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Daryl time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of come home and, well, I don't know what he's doing.
Float through the front door.
Yeah. Daryl.
Sorry, that's still gonna take me some time to get used to. How are you?
I am preoccupied. I have many things going on yet again in my life. How are you?
Fine. I was kind of hoping things were gonna stay quiet for a while.
You look as handsome as you always do.
Thanks. You're here.
Yeah. You've had some time to think about things. What are your thoughts on me, the city, the things that are happening?
I'm not really sure I have a choice, Peter. I mean, if you're what you say you are and the things you said are true, I can't ignore it.
Opening up to you like this, revisiting you. You've become my tether to this world. You've stopped me from slipping into oblivion. But you're also the source of my destruction. If you die, I will be obliterated. I'm sorry, but this puts you in the game. I feel similarly to you. When I realized I was going to have a life beyond my death, I didn't know what the hell to do. I floated around this city for months. I didn't contact anyone except for some stoner loser and a really nervous detective. But there was always this darkness. I could see it. And it called out to me. It beckoned me. And I reached for it. I got involved. And now it's part of me. It's as much a part of me as you are part of me now. And I can't let go. And I can't look away from it. I've tried. I'm in this thing now. And I'll never stop. Until all my enemies are dead. And I rule this city. I used to think there was a shadow over Juneau. Or some kind of wraith. But it's a specter that's haunting Juneau. And it's me. I'm about to do some very bold and dangerous things to cement my position here. And you need to stay safe. Anyone who isn't us cannot be trusted. Everyone is our enemy. Please. Promise me you'll survive.
You always were good at speeches, Peter. It's hard to promise something when you died. You left me before all of this bullshit. And if this is all going on, and if you're gonna do, you say, bold and dangerous things, where the fuck does that leave me? Sitting on the sidelines, waiting, vulnerable, target. Please tell me what I'm up against so I can defend myself. Help me help you. Help me do what you think I need to do to stay alive, but don't just give me an ultimatum or a wish and think I'm gonna sit here in the closet holding a gun, hoping that whatever got you doesn't get me.
I can share this darkness with you. But once I do that, there's no turning back.
The darkness has been there since you died. Don't you get it, Peter? My heart's been black.
I love you very much. And I'll do what you've asked me. I will show you all that I know. I will share everything I am with you. And I would like to mark corruption and possess them. That's how I would like to do this.
Okay.
Upon doing so, I will now have to take a corruption move from another archetype because that is my... Yet again, another corruption advancement. The next one is my character retires. And I'm going to take the one that we discussed.
Yeah.
And I will. That's how I share everything I know and how I bring him into the game.
Right. Everything transfers, and I think at this moment, Kay shows up, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap.
Oh no! Wait.
It's
no.
super not great,
This
Kay.
is not great. This is
No,
not
it's not great at all.
This is really bad.
But it's great. It's also great.
Oh,
Have you
no.
considered? Have you considered it's great?
Have you considered I love it, but
Mhm.
also I hate it. Things
Yeah.
they hate it.
But yeah. All right. So
Oh no!
that was Urban Shadows session 2 of season 2. So
God, we got 10 more of these kids.
I know.
Kill me now.
But yeah, just as a wrap-up thing, I don't think we did this last time, but we have session end moves.
Oh yeah, that thing.
At the end of every session, if you learn something meaningful about a faction, increase your score in that faction by 1, decrease your score in a different faction by 1, tell the MC how your relationships with those communities have changed. And also, Peter, I would definitely mark that as an intimacy move with Daryl,
Yeah.
and Red and K probably intimacy move from your scene earlier too, but...
Yeah.
Sorry, Red.
Question. So would I mark Wild as a faction? I am now a member of the Wild faction. That's important information.
Hey, no more mortals in this party.
Would my interaction with ghosty smoky guy be considered something to advance with the Wild faction?
Oh, for your...
End of session, right?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I was considering removing 1 from mortality and moving 2 into Wild, making Wild number 2. Am I allowed to raise a
I think
faction?
you can raise it one by one and decrease
Yeah.
1 by 1, so it's like a
Yeah.
1-to-1 swap.
I think there was stuff going on between just the whole K and Red scene that I'd be able to mark down a advancement with Wild.
Yeah. And those of you who have marked intimacy moves, I believe those mark you the factions too.
Okay.
I also gained corruption because I still have my same aware playbook.
Yep.
Sorry.
So,
Peter, are you power?
No, I'm Knight.
You're night. Sweet.
So I do mortality and wild because I had scenes with 2 wilds, right? You're okay. You're wild, right?
You know it.
Yeah. And then apparently Red's wild too. So we're all good here, folks. Doing
This
great.
is fine. Red, you get to give me one of the duds that you have. Choose one.
I have so few.
I know, but now I have it because I need more.
So I am owed debts by. I want to keep the Peter one. 2. I'm owed 2 by you, by the way.
I'm aware.
We got Emma Diaz or Ashley Dumas, who is a member of the Wild, so also probably a tainted.
They most certainly are. You can give me whichever one you want because you get to choose.
Let's go with Ashley. I feel like I'm going to do more with the cops.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Now I have 2 on Ashley. This is great.
No, Ashley's a goner.
It's fine. It's just a rival tainted group. It's fine. I'm just the head of the tainted clan now. It's fine. Everything's great. This is great, you guys.
All right. So just go around, sign off.
Oh,
say where we
I
can
did.
find you. Oh,
I think that I did raise wild by 1 as well, and mortality down by another.
okay.
Which means my mortality is 0 and my what is the threshold?
-3 and 2 or 3, I believe.
Because that's important. I'll figure it out. Because if I can, it's gonna raise to 3. But if not, then I'll put it in something else. I'll figure something else out. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Who you are, where we can find you, and like what you're up to and everything, and then favorite moment. So, Ty, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm Ty. You can find me on Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. I'm also on Dice Prairie on Tuesdays. We are doing Dragon Heisters. We are about to finish up this chapter, I think, and then we're gonna move on to some other stuff for a little hiatus. So it's coming up. And Mythos Mystery Society, I'm also in. We are running a game on Sunday for Halloween from Tales from the Loop, which is a system we've never tried. My favorite moment from tonight. There are a lot of real good ones. I'm trying to pick something not everyone will pick. I like the conversation between. I actually like the conversation between Peter and Kay in the very beginning in the car. That was a very good getting the scene set of where everyone is after the events of the finale. I like that a lot.
Awesome. Matthew W. Foreman.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm Matthew Foreman. I'm at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. You can catch me here and then over on Dice Prairie Wednesday at 7 p.m. where I play Drake. We're playing Age right now. I play a mystic warrior with a blade made of light. Non-copyrighted. And keep on the lookout because my big boy season babies are back in America. They're done with their vacation. We'll be starting that up soon on Fridays here pretty soon, probably in November. My favorite moment. God, this was a y'all. I was physically I'm okay. We used our safety tools, but I was my stomach was turning during Red's fall from grace. Honestly, Red, you've been the only decent bean in this whole wretched fucking show, and these hunters are gonna burn this city to the ground because we deserve it. That's it.
Just because I got it don't mean I'm going to use it.
I'm physically ill. Good God.
Red, why don't you follow up that?
Okay. I'm Max. I can be found at allmaxd20. Favorite part of tonight was honestly that little awkward scene between Benji and Kay in the hospital. It was just fun to see. But them running into the hall, I was like, just clenched up. I thought there was going to be a showdown. But And what I got going on is next week we're going to give Taryn a timely break, and I'll be running a Halloween one-shot with Matthew W. Foreman joining in and maybe playing a character who is not the worst. So we'll see how that goes. So it's going to be starting at 7 Eastern and run for as long as it needs to be. I've got Crit Charisma, Gabe James Games, Jahoos the Moose, and Archmage Derek joining in. So that's my big thing. And last but not least, Maria.
Hello, it's me. I'm Maria. I'm at Happy Capster on Twitter and also all the time on Variant Roles because I'm here 3 times a week these days. Tonight for this sort of thing. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern, is Grim Femmes. It's episode 2 where we go and use TTRPG's D&D Light So you explore personal traumas and stuff like that. It's super great. There's lots of tiers. And then on Thursdays is Project VHS with Tehran and a bunch of other lovely, wonderful, wonderful people. Where we're in space and there's the void and everything is great there. Nothing bad's happening.
Say that again.
Oh, I also am doing a side project with my husband on goblinsocietygames.com/ and also at Society Goblins, where we release a bunch of cool D&D 5e magic items and stuff like that for free. So you can check that out. It's very cool, very fun. My favorite moment, because I can't pick just one. I really liked that last scene with Peter and Daryl. It made me so sad, made my heart hurt so much. And I also really liked Kay and Brody's conversation. That also hurt me in different ways. Everything is pain. It's fine. And also the fact that Lauren is just the biggest badass ever, and it makes me so proud. I'm so happy. I love her so much. Supportive sibling right here. Even though she shouldn't be here, go away. Don't be here. But you can take care of yourself, but also don't be here.
The Lauren stuff was top tier. That was so good, Taryn.
It was so good.
I'm terrified of her.
And I also realized I don't think I said this in chat, but I don't think she's seen Kay in like demon form.
Mm-hmm.
Which may be a problem.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, and then I'm Taryn. Yeah, find me on Twitter at TarzanOZ, and then like Maria said, you can find me here on Sundays except for next Sunday because we've got the whole Halloween one shot thing. And then yeah, this Thursday we do have Project VHS. Come watch it. It's so good. I'm really loving that game. I can't get it off my brain. Yeah, and then favorite moment tonight, I was feeling low on spoons until the very first interaction as Lauren, and then it was like, oh no, I'm good. Okay, I'm rejuvenated. It was so good. So, no, just getting to play with you guys, and I really like the story we're telling, and I have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, getting to play a badass young woman was awesome. So,
God.
Yeah.
God, I love her. God.
So yeah, and then if you like what we do here at Variant Rolls, I'm going to say Project VHS, but that's just one show. Here on Variant Rolls, don't forget to like and follow, and subscribe if you want to support us month to month, and also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/ or is that it's / Variant Rolls. That way you can kind of support us and help us keep the lights on. Not that we're going to go anywhere, but yeah. And then just follow us on Twitter. We have a lot of content going on in October and November. So, as we're still in October. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and raid Aneresis. Yeah, I believe that they're playing some Ryotama over there. So.
Ooh. Yeah.
There we are. But thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Good to raid. Good stuff.